That's Shawn.
Okay.
We don't have anything for him, but I'll try and keep him in sight.
Guys, I'm here with Shawn Hanna. He is one of the driving instructors here today. He's also heavily involved in the Suburban Corvettes of Minnesota. And Shawn, we know you're super busy, so I'm going to just jump right into the first question. I'm curious about some of the modification highlights that you've done to your car.
For me, the suspension and the handling of the car, that's the most important to me. The engine needs to be powerful and everything, but I want the car to handle right, so I worked hard on that. After I modified the engine, after I put bigger brakes on it, after I put coilovers on it.
What kind of coilovers?
I have LG Lugilottis.
Okay.
And they were recommended to me.
And you like them quite a bit?
I do. They're easy to adjust, and you can adjust the ride height. It's really a nice setup. The thing that's most important to me that I learned is to ask people for help, to ask people for advice. And a few years ago, I was working at a charity event, and somebody introduced me to Dan Binks, who was the current crew chief of the Corvette racing team. And he and I got together on some charity events and became friends. And so when I wanted to put the aero on this car, I went to Dan and asked him, because he put all the aero on the original C5R that raced and won at Le Mans. I copied it.
Yeah, I mean,
almost verbatim, and
the resources he had to develop it,
right.
And you know his reputation that you trusted that's probably about as good as it's going to get.
Exactly. I mean, the thing that was really encouraging to me is he said, don't do it piecemeal. Don't put on a piece one at a time. He said, save your money and put it all on at one time. And he said, then you'll notice the difference. And boy, was he right.
Brakes are super important. What's your brake setup?
I have 6 pistons all the way around, all 4 wheels. And these are bare. These are billet calipers. And so I've never had any problem. I could tell you one thing that I learned is that one of the biggest things you can do for very little money is to get air to your brakes, ducting into your brakes. And I built a little thing out of sheet metal to hold that hose right up against my caliper and the rotor, so that air that's being sucked in those ducts in the front, that's getting in there and cool those brakes. Once I did that, I've never had any problems with my brakes after that.
That's probably just a fairly inexpensive thing to do, just a little bit of time and tubing and getting it placed correctly.
Exactly.
Apparently Shawn has some top secret venting going on as well here in the rear fascia, as you can see by the missing taillights. The engine, I know, is not the most important thing for this event, but what do you have done to your engine?
This is a fully forged LS2 aluminum block, 6.2 liter stroker. It's about 402 cubic inch, naturally aspirated. Fairly nice cam, but not overly aggressive. I built this engine to race at Road America. I wanted to be able to be under my RPM band at full song up on the main straightaway, and that's what I did.
And what is your RPM band?
It's about 6,000.
Okay.
So nice and safe, not going to blow up anything, but still pulling plenty of power and torque. This engine also has pulls the torque all the way up to 5,800, and it has about 600 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay. Well, Shawn, we appreciate your taking the time with us today. We very much appreciate your involvement in helping to make this event what it is, and for taking the time. So thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, Ken, and thanks for doing this. I appreciate the promotion. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, you bet.
All right, on the front of Shawn's car, there is a lot going on. You can see the splitter down low, and then the air intake ducts for the brakes, as well as some additional ducting next to the turn signals on the inside, and canards mounted next to the turn signals on the outside. In the middle, there is a large opening for the Veraram to ingest air, I believe, and possibly to relieve some of the front pressure and use it to vent heat out of the engine bay through the large vents in the hood. At the rear of the car, Shawn has a giant wing, which of course is useless unless you're driving at speeds over 80 miles per hour and need additional downforce for the corners. And Shawn's car does in fact meet both of these criteria. Inside the car, Shawn has a quick-release steering wheel, aftermarket shifter, Corbo seats with 5-point harnesses, and of course, a chrome Molly roll bar. If you're interested in attending and participating in the next Suburban Corvettes of Minnesota High Performance Driving event, it's coming up on September 16, 2024 at Brainerd International Raceway. It includes a full day at the track with your Corvette, and depending on your skill level, it can include classroom education, some mini events where you practice specific skills, practice laps with a seasoned and vetted instructor, and of course a whole lot of fun going around the track with other Corvette enthusiasts. For more information about this event, I have included a link in the description below. If you got any value out of this video, please tap that thumbs up below for me, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and most of all, thanks for watching.